The Trump DOJ just filed with the Supreme Court to end state laws banning public carrying of firearms. Let that settle in for a second, because that is one of the most important Second Amendment moves we've seen in years. A U.S. administration and the Attorney General Pam Bondi just stepped into a lawsuit to protect concealed carry rights for millions of people trapped in anti-gun blue states. And the case they jumped into, Hawaii. Of all places, Hawaii. Easily one of the most hostile, restrictive, and manipulative anti-carry states in America. But before I explain why Hawaii's law is so insidious, here's how Fox News articles describe Hawaii's law. Licensed gun owners in Hawaii could face criminal charges for carrying firearms at gas stations, restaurants, and grocery stores under a law the Justice Department calls blatantly anti-constitutional. Gas stations, restaurants, grocery stores. In other words, all the places you'd actually need a damn gun. But the real trick, the truly manipulative thing Hawaii did, isn't even the list of prohibitive locations. It's the signage. Let me show you how Hawaii weaponized simple signage to secretly create a statewide ban on carry. Here's the part anti-gunners hope you never figure out. Hawaii didn't flip the signage rules because they wanted people to know where guns are allowed. They flipped the signage because the alternative exposes their ideology. If Hawaii required businesses to post a no guns allowed sign, that sign would do two devastating things. One, it would tell criminals nobody inside is armed. This is a soft target. Two, it would force anti-gun businesses to publicly reveal they have disarmed their own customers. And neither the businesses nor the government wants to admit how dangerous that actually truly is. And the inverse is true also. Businesses also don't want to post a big political guns allowed sign because anti-gun customers might get scared off and government officials might start asking questions about it. So Hawaii created a workaround, an evil one, but a workaround nonetheless. Require a guns allowed sign for carry, knowing businesses won't want to post any sign at all, so nobody posts anything, and therefore carry becomes banned everywhere by default, without ever having to publicly admit it, without advertising vulnerability to criminals, without scaring anti-gun customers, without taking political heat. It is the most cowardly, calculated, passive-aggressive gun control trick I've ever seen, and that's why the Trump DOJ stepped in, because Hawaii didn't regulate carry, they nullified it. Let me show you exactly what Pam Bondi said. She said it simply. Hawaii's law plainly violates the Second Amendment. Plainly. Not debatably, not arguably, plainly. This lawsuit isn't just about Hawaii. This is about the entire blue state strategy to ignore Bruin through loopholes and technicalities. This case could restore carry rights for millions. Let's break it down. So here's the truth. Hawaii knew exactly what they were doing. They knew a no guns allowed sign tells criminals nobody here is armed. Easy victims. They knew businesses would never want to publicly advertise how defenseless they are. So rather than forcing anti-gun businesses to expose their vulnerability, Hawaii flipped everything around so that the public never sees any signage at all, essentially saying, if you want people to be able to carry guns in your place of business, you have to have a sign up. If there's no sign, it's assumed you can't carry a firearm, which means no store takes a political stance, which means even if a store had no problem with people carrying guns in their facility, they're not gonna put up a sign because they don't wanna also scare off people who may be a little sensitive to it, or just something about it just projects a message to people who are a little about coming into a building that they know people are armed. People like to live in oblivion. So no store takes a political stance. No store scares off anti-gun customers. No store tips off criminals. And Hawaii quietly gets what it wanted the whole time, a total statewide ban on carry, essentially, without ever saying they banned carry. They hid the ban behind optics, and the Fox News article spells out exactly what this law does. Hawaii's new law effectively nullifies newly available concealed carry licenses. And there it is. Bruin forced Hawaii to issue permits. So Hawaii said, fine, you can have your permit, you just can't use it anywhere. That's not regulation, that is sabotage. And this is why Bondi got involved. This is why the Trump DOJ got involved, because this isn't just Hawaii. This is the blueprint that California, New York, Maryland, New Jersey, all of them copied. Every Democrat politician keeps saying, we're not coming for your guns, we just want reasonable restrictions. Meanwhile, they make it a crime to carry a handgun, the most basic, common, essential tool of self-defense. If you don't want people to carry a handgun, why should we believe you don't want to ban everything else? Now, let's get into the bigger picture, how this case could affect every blue state in America. But before we do that, real quick, because everything we're talking about right now is exactly why I created the FAFO line, or is it this way, or that way, or this way? You get the picture. You see it right here with this beautiful embroidered t-shirt that we have right here. You see, FAFO is not about machismo. It's not about intimidation. It's not about projecting violence. FAFO is about good people refusing to be victims. It's about standing from a position of strength, because criminals prey from a position of strength. So we defend from a position of strength. FAFO says if you try to prey on innocent people, you're gonna find out the hard way that they will protect themselves. And right now, the entire FAFO line, we're talking drinkware, as you can see here, hats, this beautiful embroidered shirt, you name it, all of it, 20% off right now for Black Friday. Right now though, but for Black Friday at shop.mrcolionnoir.com. And everything else on the store pretty much is on sale for 20% off. All shirts, hats, drinkware, you name it. Oh, also including my absolute favorite wireless Bluetooth in-ear hearing protection, the AKT1 Blackouts. I love those things. Those are also 20% off. And the over-the-ears are also 20% off as well. So click the link in the description section of this video and take advantage of the Black Friday sale that we have going on right now. So here's the bottom line. Hawaii isn't unique. Hawaii is the test case, the model, the exact playbook every blue state uses to undermine the Supreme Court's Bruin ruling without openly defying it. They know they can't deny permits anymore, so they turned the entire state into a sensitive place. They made carry legal, but completely impossible. But for the first time in years, the DOJ said, no, this violates the Second Amendment. We're stopping it. Pam Bondi said the Second Amendment is not a second-class right. And now this case, Wolford v. Lopez, could restore the right to carry for millions of Americans living under these dishonest, manipulative, loophole-written blue state restrictions. This isn't just a lawsuit, this is a turning point. The Second Amendment isn't a suggestion, it isn't optional. And thanks to this case, the Supreme Court is about to remind Hawaii and every blue state like it that it damn sure isn't a second-class right. And don't forget, right now, FAFO, right now, Black Friday sale, shop.mrcolionnoir.com. Link in the description. One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want gun content to be recommended to you. And we're all fighting this culture war together. Now you can help do your part by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, but most importantly, sharing this video with at least one person. Together we can stop the suppression of our 2A rights. And don't forget to click the link in the description section of this video for the products that I mentioned in this video.